My name is Owen Spengler. I'm a senior civil engineering major at the University of Connecticut.
My name is Rory Monaco. I am a senior majoring in English and Environmental Studies.
So at the beginning of last academic year, me and Mason Whitco founded the club together, kind of building on what Gamers Guild had left over. So Gamers Guild was basically what we are now, but pre-COVID. So we got their old materials, a lot of their old members kind of joined our club, and from there we've just kind of built the club.
What I think is incredibly wonderful about the farm is it was not made specifically for ag students. You can be any major, any concentration, just somebody who likes to be outside. Something that we try to have as like a basis of what we go off of is like, what can you kind of offer to the farm, but also what can the farm offer to you? We have farm meetings once a week, which is like a community meal, a potluck. Everybody will bring something. And then we talk about what we completed at the farm last week and what our goals are for the next week and sort of foreseeable future. It was during that meeting when stuff went down with me and everybody was like, the farm is not the priority, you are the priority, take care of yourself, what can we do to help you, blah, blah, blah. And then normally the meetings run from like 6 to 8. Everybody came upstairs in my room with me wanting them to because I needed that support. And they were in my room until like midnight that night.
I think it provides like a social lubricant. So it doesn't just have to be board games, it can be any sort of activity, but it kind of gives people, one, an excuse to get together in the same place, and two, it's like something like a board game, so you have something you're focusing on, but there's something you can bond over, you can talk while you're doing it and talk to other people, meet new people. It would probably be during a game of Betrayal at House on the Hill. That's usually a fan favorite. A lot of people play it. Really easy to pick up. Midway through the game, someone becomes a traitor, which means they turn into a monster of some sort. One of them was, I was the traitor, and the rest of the group had to give me a hug. Like basically in game, I was being smothered with hugs the entire time. And I was like stun locked because some of the items they had were like just sticking me in one place. So I was just like helpless while they just like continuously hugged me in the game until like they had broken the curse and we were like all friends again.
It was just so amazing every Friday last semester, being with Flowers and Friends all day. But then I also really loved going to the river one time. I went with everybody and they all did like a polar plunge. It was just like, I don't know, it was like during midterms, everybody was going through it. We were like, what do we need right now? Like just like a very, 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 very cold shock right now. So we just were like down there hanging out at the water for like hours. Who knows what was out there? But it was just really nice to be with people and be outside.
I think it's really beneficial to have that break in your routine where you kind of have been doing schoolwork the entire week, you've been doing work, and just taking a break from that, it's such a rewarding experience, and it's what the club kind of makes me do every week. So, but tabletop has really just kept me going. It's a sense of purpose, and you're providing a good space for people. So like contributing to the happiness of others, that's just such a good, fulfilling feeling for me. When it really comes down to it, like tabletop has really taken up a lot of my time, but it's time that was really well spent, and kind of thinking about that's really fulfilling for me. It's really kept me going through college. I've just met people I would have otherwise not have met throughout my time in a leadership position especially. I kind of have to know everyone. So there's a lot of people from a bunch of different interests that come together, and I've made quite a few friends through it. So that's what I've really enjoyed so far, other than just the board games. That's why I go every single meeting. So
It's just one of those really special things where I didn't know these people at all before, but because of our common thread of really loving sustainability and agriculture, it sort of connected us, and here I am now in a really low moment, having like an abundance of support and love.
It's going to be really sad to leave Tabletop Gaming Club, but it's really comforting to know that the club that me and Mason have built is going to continue for possibly years to come. I still might come back. We still do online meetings, so I'll try and keep in contact with the group.
I think with any college friendship, it's going to be a matter of intention. We have group chats already, so I know like my roommates and I have already talked about it, like, okay, like once a week we're going to call each other on this day and blah, 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 and have a meal, but like separate, but together, you know? So there's definitely going to be that intention.
It really comes down to finding your niche, and I think I've found my niche. So leaving UConn, I know how hard it is to find friends or do the same things I've been doing here. So I feel that's probably what I'm going to miss the most. A lot of it's going to come down to I've found my niche here and now I have to go find it somewhere else.
The people, they are so wonderful. I feel so lucky to know them through the farm. Even if they don't live at the farm, I've just met so many great people farm adjacent, through Farm Fridays, at the farmer's market. It's really just been this avenue for me to explore wonderful connections. And I also just miss the land and the beauty. It's like a little pocket of goodness, and I'll definitely miss that.